Hi and welcome to Castle of the Games, where we're going to do something tiny bit different today, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm Arcade Hero. This is
Good night.
This is
Fun Bear.
And we've also got Baby Bop here, but she's busy.
Baby Bop.
Yes. Say hi. Okay, so it was Halloween just a few days ago, this past week, right? So we're kind of missing that. We probably should have done this a week earlier, but whatever. You can be scared any time of the year, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and then we'll play some games. First off, what is the scariest game you've ever played?
Played?
Yes,
I
played.
haven't played any scary.
No scary games at all?
No.
What about you?
Cheese. I'm not a fan of scary games. Cheese.
Cheese? You want to say cheese?
This is an A.
I think Slender Arrival at my friend's house.
Oh, you played that at your friend's house? Yeah. And what is it about the game that freaked you out?
Is that every time you get one of the pages, Slender Man gets madder and he starts chasing you and it gets even creepier. But just at the beginning where Slender Man can't attack you, it just gets really scary.
At the beginning, isn't it where you just walk in the forest in the daytime, but for some reason it turns to night? That's one thing that I know about it.
So even though you've never played a scary game, you've
It's because
watched...
of YouTube.
Oh, and you've watched lots of people playing games online, scary games online. What is it that makes a game scary for you?
It's like really dark and you only have like a flashlight.
Or dark, maybe not a lot to defend yourself with?
There's no like weapons in that game, so that really ticked me off. Or I couldn't just shoot Slender Man in the face and run off.
Gotcha. Okay, what about you, Fun Bear? What would scare you?
The characters in it, they make them look really creepy, and when they jump scare you, a lot of games involve that.
Alright, well, we're going to just play a couple of games that might be a little spooky here, and we'll edit it all together so that this isn't a video that takes forever. But feel free to comment below as to what you find scary in a game, or what the scariest game is that you've played. Of course, a lot of stuff out there is pretty famous for being scary. You have
Like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's, and you mentioned
Bendy
Slender
and the
Man.
Ink Machine.
Bendy and the
I've
Ink
heard that a
Machine.
lot.
I've not heard of that one.
It's actually pretty creepy.
To
Even
me,
in
it's
the
not
first part,
too scary.
not
To
really.
me,
Just because at the first part,
Bendy
it's
isn't
not
even
it's not
scary.
really scary, but like the first part where you get like this weird feeling where you go is when the boards are all blocked up, but he like comes out like trying to eat you, but he can't reach you.
And there's other series out there that are considered to be scary games, the Resident Evil games, which are probably too mature for you guys. Of course, there was Aliens vs. Predator, which for me, growing up, when, of course, I was more of a teenager about them, but it's still, there was some moments there that freaked me out.
Like when you open the door and then there's an alien like, "Hello there!"
Yeah. That's right. Hello. And so, but yeah, there's a lot of different scary games out there, but so let's see what we got a couple here. We probably won't touch the ones that are more rated M, because they might be a little too intense for you guys, like Zombie U.
Especially me.
And we still want to try and be a little family friendly if possible. There's still plenty of games out there that can be scary without being full of blood and gore stuff, or things that might be too intense for kids. So we're going to play a couple of things that are on the old Ataris. So they had a few spooky games, and so let's get into some game history with those. Okay, so for the first game, we're going way back in game history to the old Atari 2600, and what could be considered to be one of the very first scary games out there, survival horror as they like to call it. Yeah.
It's funny because our channel is called Castle of the Game.
Yeah.
This is when before we got our castle, I
Yes,
guess.
maybe. So 1981, this game Haunted House was developed for the Atari 2600, which we're actually playing on the Atari Flashback 2. Well, one thing with these games is the sounds and everything was a little bit different. And so the object here, you control these two little eyes. And so your objective is to walk through the haunted house and find the pieces of an urn and put them together. But the house has ghosts and bats and spiders and wind. Let's give it a go. So if I push the button, I get...
Your eyes go all bright.
Yeah, this does look a little weird on this TV, as it's not quite what it looked like originally, as far as what that effect looks like. Oh, got a piece of the urn. You can see it right there. Got the little handle.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there's a ghost.
Oh, jeez. What on earth is an urn?
Well, it's something that when they cremate bodies, you know what that is?
Oh, yeah.
When they burn them into ashes, they keep them inside of an urn. Oops, that's level 1. We want to go up to level 3.
What does the light do?
It allows me to find the pieces of the urn right there. See? I think we just need one more piece.
I wonder how bad it scared kids.
Okay.
Like, I mean, how good. Like, when I want to know their reactions. Like, if it would be like nowadays, where they're all like, turn the computer off, quick, quick, quick. Or,
Maybe, especially if you play it at night.
yeah.
Just one more piece of this urn. Ah!
Where is it?
Does the wind blow your matches out?
Yes.
Oh, that sucks.
I've used 12 matches so far. Now 13. There it is.
Haha!
Now we just go to the front door.
And Lepsy horn.
That sounds like, well, not sounds, but it looked like one of those things that go on the colored screen when you're like cutting out a part.
Mm-hmm.
The beep kind of thing, but with
Technical
black in front of it.
Yeah.
And all the colors didn't pop up at the same time. With a blue
Squid
thing.
Knight, go ahead. Give it a try while I set up the next one.
Good grief.
So this is where it's harder because you have to use your match to find the edges. That's a locked door. So you can only hold one thing at a time. Oh, hey, you got 2 pieces of the urn, so if you find a good place to drop that, like maybe go to the first level and drop the urn.
Ghost.
You can't get through there.
Oh, jeez.
Did that scare you a little?
Yes.
One time I had like one single dream with a ghost.
Oh.
My
It was
dream.
a so realistic dream.
Where he was pixelated.
Because it looks like
You're dead.
it was real
Yeah.
life.
I'm not dead. I'm standing
Just
up.
really shocked.
Standing up. Oh, oh, oh.
I love being
Ah, gosh.
Baby Bob thinks this is scary. She's a little baby. She doesn't like it. Of course they choose green, red, and yellow. Of course.
Well,
Which
the
means
system had a lot of limitations back then, so they did the best they could with what they had.
Strange because when you,
oh, dodged it.
a lot of people say, don't play this game at 3 a.m. in the morning. What's so scary about it if you play it at 3 a.m.? And they say like something it's for Roblox, and it's like this guy's gonna hack
through
into your.
there.
It's like this guy's gonna hack into your account if you play it.
I don't care about Roblox.
There you died. Oh, so far.
I still have eyeballs.
Yeah, but it's
See,
game over.
I'm still a pair of eyeballs though. I just turned yellow because I'm shocked.
All right, let's try the next one. All right, here's one from when I was a kid that, at least when I was 4 or something, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. Hunt the Wumpus for the Texas Instruments Home Computer 99/4A system. So I'm actually...
It's actually, a little creepy for me sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, this computer was the first, I don't know if it was the first, but it was one of the first 16-bit computers, and it was the first machine that I had at home, and so this is one of the earliest games I remember playing was Hunt the Wumpus. So I'm
Why
actually...
is it Texas?
Well, it's Texas Instruments.
I know this song.
What should we do? Easy, hard, or pro maze?
Easy, I guess.
Easy, okay. So, I'm doing this in an emulator because at the moment my Texas Instruments computer is, well, I don't have a joystick that works for it. It stopped working. So I'm just running off of the classic 99 emulator system, but it's actually pretty good emulation. So happy!
So what do we do in this game?
So we go hunting the Wumpus without dying.
How do we hunt?
Well, there's a blood spot right there, so the Wumpus is surrounded by blood spots. Oh, that's a bat, I gotta be careful. And Baby Bop's gonna make it so that we are in the dark.
Great. Okay, he's around somewhere over there.
Of course, this isn't as scary given that it's a white maze instead of like a black maze or something.
This used to freak me out a little bit.
What do you think?
That
Right
is
next to
so
me?
much- I know.
Yeah.
It's like either somewhere over here or right here.
Let's give it a go right here, right next to me. Oh, no. That's
Right now.
Alright, I push the fire button and I push the direction I want to shoot.
Come on.
Oh, we missed!
He's
Wumpus
not
2.
very scary anymore, especially because his teeth are
Oh,
round.
he was right there.
Especially because his teeth are round.
Yeah. Alright, let's give this one more try. Gotta watch out for the pits of slime, too.
What does this mean?
Well, you fall in the pit of slime, you die. Like that! Pit. Although, I guess on the video you're not gonna see that since Baby Bop's head was in the way.
Yeah. The Wumpus was actually in slime.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Got lucky.
Oh my gosh, that beeping is hurting my ears.
The sound back then wasn't always the greatest.
He has to be somewhere over here, like over here, or over here.
Well,
I might
try
be
right there.
I'm trying.
woohoo!
Woo! Stupid Wumpus, you don't know how to hide. You need to get better
We
at
finally got the
hiding.
Wumpus. So, maybe not the most terrifying game out there, but at least when I was young, it certainly freaked me out a few times. So that's Hunt the Wumpus. Let's go on to the next game. For our next scary game is also something on an Atari system, the Atari Lynx, a portable...
Is it scarier than the last game?
I think it is.
Probably.
If you played this one at night with headphones on by yourself, I think it would probably freak you out.
Yeah.
Let's get it started here. And so while it programs...
But it's literally...
You'd probably be
6:30.
You'd probably be screaming,
No.
"Mommy, mommy, mommy! What are you doing?"
5:30.
Well,
What are you doing?
either way, we'll see. This one, I would say, is probably more creepy than anything. So
Why are
Dracula,
his eyes
the
so
undead.
creepy?
Because he's undead. He's not alive.
Duh.
He's like a zombie.
Yeah.
Mr. Zombie.
But
Why
you
is
know,
his face
but do you
so
know what
red?
vampires need to do to stay alive?
What?
They need to suck the blood out of living people.
Ew.
Yeah.
And then they turn into vampires, and then
Yep.
they turn into vampires, and then they turn into...
Okay, we get
Yes.
it.
It's like a cycle.
So anyways, so let's get started on the story. So this is a cool little game released in 1991, and it's interactive fiction. So
With-
it lets you...
With old Chuck Norris in it.
Old Chuck Norris, you telling us a
It's
story?
supposed to be Bram Stoker, but let's get on to
Looks like
the
old Chuck Norris.
beginning. So, I am Bram Stoker, and by the magic of
Old Chuck
technology, I'm able to narrate the
Bebop
story
is scared.
of Dracula to you. Your adventure will closely follow my original book, but in this version you will be able to interact in a way never thought possible when I published Dracula in 1897.
Mr. Old Chuck
Baby
Norris.
Bop is giving me
First.
doggy kisses right now.
You will guide Jonathan Harker, a young solicitor. He has traveled to Transylvania from London. Yesterday, as he left the inn, the landlord's wife insisted that he accept and wear a crucifix. She had become concerned when she had learned he was to visit Dracula. Last night was Walpurgis Nacht, when the locals believe that the dead rise and stalk the night.
What is not mean?
Yeah, I think that's German.
German?
Or maybe not, I don't know.
Oh, poor
I think
scared
so.
Baby.
Jonathan was taken to Castle
We
Dracula
have
in
a
a
scared
coach.
baby in the room.
Okay. Driven by a strange cloaked man, arriving in the early hours of the morning, he had been shown to his room by the Count himself. Dracula had told him to get plenty of rest and to rise late the next day. Food would be ready in the dining room. Dracula would be away during the day. Dracula also said that Jonathan was free to explore where he wished, but that he should never try to enter any locked rooms. This was for Jonathan's own safety, since most of the castle is in ruin. Jonathan is awakened and dressed in the antechamber to his bedroom. After failing to find a mirror anywhere, he used the small shaving mirror which he had brought with him. While shaving, Jonathan has cut his chin and the wound is now marked by congealed blood. Jonathan seems to recall that there was something he must do before going down to the dining room, but cannot quite remember what. Jonathan reminds himself that in the future he should make note of anything interesting or important. Jonathan feels strange. It is as though he is not in complete control of his own actions.
What kind of rooster was that?
It was a rooster.
Jonathan
So
is
here,
an idiot.
I get
So
to
small. This guy.
control these things here. Get notebook. Let's use notebook. Okay, nothing interesting yet.
Jonathan wants to say hi.
Hello. Let's examine the table. There's a tinderbox here. Do you know what a tinderbox is?
No.
Think of it as an ancient or very old lighter. Examine bed. There's a crucifix on the bed. Get crucifix. Use crucifix. Okay, I feel safe now. Let's go find Dracula. Examine Dracula. It's Count Dracula. He's a tall, fearsome-looking man. Let's talk to Dracula.
He's like 7 pixels taller.
Good morning, Count. Good morning, Jonathan. Mwah! I trust you slept well.
Dracula look creepier and weirder in this.
Should I say yes, thank you, or no, there were wolves howling all night? do
There
that.
were wolves howling all night.
Okay. You do not enjoy the sounds of the night? You from the city do not understand.
Now Dracula's
The joys of my friends calling. You have a very impressive home count, or when shall we get down to our business?
That one.
This one?
Yes, impressive. Impressive, I see.
Thank you.
They do.
Please explore the castle. But do not try to enter any locked rooms. Mwah!
Die!
Dracula is starting to sound a little bit suspicious now.
But first, please enjoy your meal.
And it's a
He
bunch
said please.
okay. And it's full
I
of
will not be
poison.
joining you as I ate earlier. Mwah!
I will just suck the blood from your neck.
When shall we get down to our business? I will be away on today on business of my own.
Sucking blood.
I will return tonight. Mwah!
And then suck your blood in your sleep.
I'll eat my meal now.
But I forgot to tell you your
His
meat
meal
is
is
ugly.
your blood.
Dracula then left the room and Jonathan was left wondering what might be his fate. Let's
Don't trust the food.
use notebook. Jonathan makes a note of the conversation for future reference. Let's open window.
When they make it older, it's creepy.
Jonathan looks out of the window.
It looks like Dinosaur Man.
It looks like Peter Pan in a brown suit.
What? Okay. And then there's a
There's
guy
so
standing
many
at the
windows
window.
and bricks.
Then there's a military guy with a rocket launcher.
Nope.
Is that Dracula?
Jonathan sees Dracula standing on a ledge across the wall.
You idiot.
And then
What are you
Dracula
doing?
yells at. And then Dracula yells at Jonathan.
What are you doing?
He is astonished to see Dracula crawl face down along the wall.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Spider Drac.
Spider-Drac, Spider-Drac does whatever a spider can.
Spider
So let's go
Dracula,
ahead and
Spider-
climb out the window.
What's crazy?
Baby Bop causes a.
I've seen Dracula out there, it must be possible.
Except for that weird pattern below.
Yeah. I guess you can do that pattern if you were to.
And now we're in one of Dracula's rooms.
Jonathan,
Good
you're
job,
being a moron.
Jonathan.
Let's examine the table. Okay, let's see what happens next. What do you guys think is going to happen next?
You're gonna get annihilated by Dracula.
I don't know that anybody could hear that. You're underneath something.
You're gonna get annihilated by Dracula.
Okay. What about you, Fun Bear?
Funny,
I
funny.
You think?
Dracula's gonna kill you for going into locked rooms.
I just used the crowbar on this door. Let's go inside.
Jonathan, you're being a total idiot.
Oh, look, a box.
What's in it? Organs.
Jonathan begins to feel sleepy and doesn't know why and doesn't really care. So he lies down to sleep.
What is that?
Tomatoes.
You take him, sister. No, he's yours.
Choose.
I
Now
insist you go first, sister. And we all enjoy those special kisses. Cease. I have warned you, he is mine. Now be gone.
Choose.
We must have our share.
Me, I choose.
We must have his blood.
Do I choose?
No, he will be yours tomorrow. For now, take this. So, dear adventurers, you must help Jonathan escape before the brides return to claim their voluptuous kisses. It is the next day, and Jonathan awakens in his room, uncertain whether he dreamt the events of the previous night. Was that scary? Maybe a little.
For me, not too much.
What?
For me, not too much.
For you, not too much? Door's locked. Well, I guess that's where we can leave it for now, as it'll probably take a little while more, and we've already filmed quite a bit. So, that's it for this Castle of the Games, and let us know what scary games you play out there or like to enjoy, and we will catch you on the next one.
See you later.
Bye-bye.